And House Majority Whip Michael Grant joins me from District 75 on the morning show this morning, talking about House Bill 3. And it sounds pretty simple on the surface, Representative Grant. However, how in the world does one word, and that word procedure, cause some people to get in an uproar?
It beats me, but they have changed that bill, at least in their eyes, to something that it was never meant to be. And it's not just that bill. I mean, there's a few others that they're doing the same thing to. It may be just a play to get some publicity for their cause. I don't know, but certainly that was never the intent of the bill. I don't think it was the intent of the other bills that they're complaining about. And it's a stretch. It's a contortion worthy of a Cirque du Soleil performer.
Well, how is it, though? I mean, specifically, just to be focused here, there's a group out there that says that House Bill 3 is an attack on LGBTQ youth based on the word procedure. So what are they implying?
Well, they're implying that the bill will prohibit or preempt to the state the regulation of conversion therapy. There are 20 or 22 local communities that have ordinances banning conversion therapy. I don't know how they got there, because this bill doesn't talk about licensing of therapists. It doesn't talk about anything else other than the professions or the occupations that we mentioned before. There is no preemption to the state on the licensing or prohibition of conversion therapy centers.
So this is solely, House Bill 3 is solely about removing barriers for people in specific trades to go work.
Correct.
You have amended the bill, though, and you've removed the objectionable word. I don't know how procedure is found objectionable, but whatever. Has that solved the issue, or are there still complaints?
I think that it has solved the issue with that bill. We met with the folks from Equality Florida. They got up in the hearing that the bill in its first stop, and they said that they agreed with the amendment that we filed to take that word off. So I think that has calmed them down for now.
Let's set that bill aside, a couple minutes we have left. What is you serve as the majority whip, that carries a tremendous responsibility, Representative Grant. What is chief on the agenda of things to do that you're focusing your attention on?
Oh, boy. Listen, our first responsibility and our only responsibility under the Constitution is to pass a balanced budget.
Of course.
We're beginning to work on that now. I think that will be a big issue because it drives the rest of the policy for the legislature. I think, obviously, the big issues going forward are some of the things that the governor has mentioned, teacher pay, for one. I think that will be a big issue. Healthcare, obviously, and deregulating healthcare so that we can have more access and less costly healthcare going forward. I think those are going to be the driving issues for the rest of this session, and that is, a pretty full plate.
I don't expect you to answer what I'm going to ask you, but I feel I have to ask you anyway. And
okay.
And it's this: what's wrong in the Senate? Why have they lost their mind? It boggles my mind. It seems as though the Senate is becoming a body that is, though controlled by Republicans, is becoming a movement to the left, and I can't get my mind around it.
The Constitution in Florida sets up two branches of government for a reason, and they just have a different way of looking at things than the Florida House does. I suspect that come the end of session, when we're sitting down and trying to get bills passed at the end of the day, that the Senate will come more to the House's position on a number of issues, and that while people may be upset with what's going on in the Senate right now, at the end of the day, I don't think any of that legislation will see the light of day.
I hope you're right. Thanks so much, Representative Grant. I appreciate your time. Maybe we'll talk again soon.